Good afternoon, Sandwich, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Troll for Sandwich, the series where I let Jake decide my lunch. Let's go! Today I'm trying the Swiss near miss from episode 272 of Roll for Sandwich. Jake did not rate this sandwich a 10.0. It's important to note this, as usually that is the benchmark by which I decide which sandwiches to troll. But Jake called it a 9.9, with the caveat that it would have been a 10 if he'd put the cheese on last and eaten it immediately. Several of you pointed this out and tagged me, asking me to confirm whether the sandwich, reworked in this way, would indeed be a 10.0. Well, the joke's on you guys. You know I don't do numeric ratings. But look, there's nothing not to like here. The cheese in question, raclette, is usually served either melted and scraped over boiled potatoes, or swiped into a crusty bread with ham and pickles. This sandwich is raclette with lightly toasted sourdough, our crusty bread, leftover baked potato, or freshly baked, still hot potato in my case, sliced ham, and sour garlic pickles, which I had to make, hence the delay in getting this video out. It's basically the ideal use of raclette, with 2 items added: flaky finishing salt, which I've used to season the potatoes, and tapatio hot sauce, which is almost never a bad idea. Sometimes, some of the sandwiches Jake rates a 10 make me worry about the guy a bit. There have been some sketchy combinations. Remember pepperoni with ice cream and mint sauce? That sandwich was so weird I wrote bad poetry about it. Yes, he only rated it a 9.4 and not a full 10, but the point remains that context matters. Here I am, eating good, delicious sandwiches all the time. Sandwiches that are made exactly the way I intended to make them. While Jake is regularly pitting his stomach and his storytelling skills against the whims of angry dice gremlins. As I've said, context is everything. And with the things that Jake is regularly eating on RFS, I can't judge him for overrating the occasional, surprisingly edible sandwich as a 9 or 10. But that's not what is happening here. There is nothing about this sandwich that I don't like, not even the potato. I generally do not care for carb-on-carb sandwiches, but seasoning the spuds with good salt and hot sauce livens them right up. I've eaten this for lunch twice this week, and the only thing keeping me from having it for lunch again tomorrow is my love of variety, and also a lack of potatoes.